My prediction for the levy is that we are going to see growth. We did see some growth, albeit not to target the year that's just gone, particularly in the SME sector. I think we're going to see continuation of growth with SMEs. They do account for 60% of employment in this country. They do account for the majority of business entities in this country. So we're going to inevitably see growth there. But levy payers, from what I've seen on the ground, are embracing the whole concept of apprenticeships. They've just not moved day one, and really hindsight's a great thing. So I think that we're going to see growth. We're going to see more embracing of it. We're going to see more household names associated with apprenticeships, and we're going to see more very clever academic school leavers deciding not to go to university and instead taking degree apprenticeships.
The Apprenticeship Levy is something that the government introduced in May 2017 as a real game changer, not only for employers and apprentices in the UK, but also for training providers like Middleton Murray. It meant that employers with a wage bill of over £3 million a year were able to put 0.5% of that payroll into an apprenticeship levy portal fund, and that fund every 2 years would be used for apprenticeship training and only for apprenticeship training. What that meant was that a number of very large companies, including a number of public sector companies like councils, had a lot of money to spend on training, but in terms of apprenticeship training. It also meant for the very first time, rather than using government money, they were actually using their own money. But for us, in terms of a training provider, we had some very large companies that we could work with, and the actual locations of where we could work with would go more nationwide, but also the level of different qualifications that would then become available, because a lot of the levy employers would use their levy to upskill their current staff as well as bringing new apprentices in. We've had some very good success stories with some very large companies. The main difference I've found helping and working with some of the levy clients as an account manager is that because it is their own money, the expectations that they have in terms of the service that we provide as a provider is now really, really high. Because it's their own money and they want the very best service. So whether it's someone bringing in one apprentice that has a levy fund of £2,000 or a company that has a levy fund of £2 million that can bring in hundreds of apprentices, that level of expectation from that employer is exactly the same. And that's what we have to do, and what the industry has had to adapt to, is to make sure that we give the very, very best customer service, which we do at Middleton Murray, because if we didn't, then everyone could go elsewhere. And the competition out there for these levy funds of these big employers is really, really high, as you can see by the number of providers that are on rota.
My name is Luciana and I'm a Levy apprentice. I work at Angel Human Resources through the Levy Apprenticeship Programme. I'm here for 12 months. Since I've been here, I've just learnt a lot about recruitment. I'm a trainee recruitment consultant. The Levy Apprenticeship Programme is great because it allows me to earn a living and gain a qualification. So the Levy has changed many things. It allows companies to gain an insight on the apprenticeships. Before working here, I was doing a traineeship with Middleton Murray, which lasted 6 weeks, where very close to the end of the 6 weeks, I managed to gain this apprenticeship as a trainee recruitment consultant. I advise all companies to look into apprenticeships.